Hey, lots of people are getting mediocre results out of AI, and it's not the model, it's the way they're using it. It's about getting the right prompts. Type in 1 or 2 lines and just saying go. They're getting stuff that doesn't meet their needs, that isn't accurate, that isn't doing the job for them, and they're getting disappointed and frustrated. The truth is, the gap between a mediocre answer and a really good answer that can help you with your work and what you're doing is basically the instructions you give into the AI. So I built a tool maybe 2 years ago that helps you with prompting, and loads of people use it. It's fantastic. People use it every day to help them with their prompts. And I've upgraded it. And I've upgraded it so that it now includes not only writing prompts for text, but also writing for images and video and system prompts. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. I'll give you all the prompts so you can try it out yourself. Let's get into it. So a quick word about me. I don't pretend to be a super clever expert on AI. I've been using this technology for 2.5, 3 years now. And I became excited about this technology when I watched a video on YouTube on how to prompt. That's what opened it all up for me. And part of the reason we have this channel is because I want you to experience that same awakening that this technology can really help you in your life, in your community, and in your business. Today, I work with companies right across the UK and globally, helping them to get the most out of this technology, make sensible decisions, and to use this technology ethically and effectively. This is not about flogging any particular tool. This is about helping you get the most out of all the tools that are there. Everything I've got today is agnostic of whether you're using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, doesn't matter. This tool will help you get the most out of whatever tool you're using. Let's jump in. Here we are on my website, the Professor-AI, and you get to it by going to www.theprofessor.info. It's simple as that. And this is what you'll see when you get there. And basically, you just need to go to this area here at the top, resources. Let me just show you around. We've got home, we've got insights. So that's where I've got all my blogs. Tons of blogs there. Go and have a look. Love to see you there. My newsletter, I'll put a link down below if you want to join the newsletter. Once a week, usually on a Monday, I send this out and it's got information about everything that's going on. You learn about me, learn about my advisory services, and exciting, I've got a CPD accredited program for boards, AI governance for boards and senior executives called AI Confident. If you're interested in that, you'll find all the information on the website. And it's run over 5 weeks, just an hour and a half a week. And you'll get all of the information you need. I'll talk through what AI is, strategic landscape, risk governance regulation, AI in your organization, and leading in the AI age. And you'll get a framework with each of these sections that you can take away and start using on Monday morning. And then if you go to resources, all the resources that you need. So these are all the prompt packs that I've done for my videos. So if you want to find them, that's where to go. You'll find them there. And here we've got the prompt builder. And there we go. This is what you'll see when you go into the prompt builder. Open the prompt builder. You have to put your email address in. And I've done this because it uses AI credits and I just need to keep a bit of control over it. Otherwise, I did have some people using it day after day, loads and loads, and suddenly I was getting a massive bill from ChatGPT, but we're okay now. So you just put your email in and say get started, and this is where it brings you in. Now, you get the first 10 requests a month for free. Doesn't cost you anything, and every month it resets. If you want some more credits than that, just to sort of manage my costs, there is a small charge to buy credits. So when you run out, it will ask you if you want to buy some more credits, but you get the first 10 requests for free. And as you can see, you've got text prompts, image prompts, video prompts, and system prompts, We're going to go through them all quickly. You'll see what you get when you run those different prompts. So the idea here is not to do the actual search for you. It is to help get what you want out of the AI into a prompt that will give the AI the ability to do that activity. So it's creating high quality prompts for you. It works on the basis of my capture prompt system. So it goes through and makes sure that all the things that the AI needs to create the right output is in the prompts, and it will ask you questions. You'll see, we'll go into it. So let's start with the most simple version, and that is a text prompt. The first thing you do is you tell it what you're trying to achieve, and you just write this out in normal language. I need to write a monthly board report summarizing our company's AI adoption progress, written for non-technical directors who are nervous about risk. Just give it what I need. You can then say what style you want. I guess if you're writing for boards, you might want it formal, and just press continue. And what it does then is analyze the task, and you've got a choice here. You can either let AI fill in all the answers, so AI will go through and make a judgment about what the answers should be, or you can add them in yourself. So what are the main business goals or strategic priorities related to AI adoption that this update should address? So ROI and staff engagement. What specific initiatives, projects, or use cases are currently in progress and should be included in the summary? So training for all staff, customer service chatbot. Are there any particular types of risk? I'm just going to let the AI do that for me. Should the update include quantitative metrics such as KPIs, timelines, budget impact, or remain qualitative in its reporting? And I'm just going to put in both. And then it will generate a prompt. So it's asked me some questions to try and meet the requirements of the capture formula, and then it produces a prompt. You're a senior corporate communication advisor with 15 years of experience crafting executive level reports for boards and directors in highly regulated industries. You're preparing a monthly board report on our company's progress of AI adoption. Your audience is a group of non-technical directors who are anxious about the potential risks of AI while keenly focused on demonstrating ROI and ensuring strong staff engagement. The update must strike careful balance, reassuring directors, clearly articulating risk management measures, and highlighting positive outcomes. The company's current AI initiatives consist of X, output instructions, style and tone, an executive summary, progress on AI initiatives, detailed section guidance, executive summary, progress on all initiatives, business impact, risks, key quantitative metrics, next steps, quality criteria. Strong answer, frames progress and risks, edge case handling, quantitative data is limited or unavailable, clearly state this. So, and there we go. So you can download this prompt. So it's downloaded the prompt. That's the prompt. You can cut and paste it in. You can rate the prompt. So this will actually go through and tell you why it thinks this is a good prompt. What makes this strong? What's missing? So these are things you might want to add in. Quantitative metrics, etc. Rewritten for clarity. So what you can do is go and say, we've got this prompt. This is what the AI thinks of this prompt. And you can then go, before you go and run a report on your AI, you can go through this, use the prompt you've got, add to it where there are errors, you know what's good in the prompt, and away you go. Simple as that. You can run 10 of those for free. I tell you, I use it a lot. I use it when I'm thinking of trying to generate prompts for videos, etc. I use the prompt builder, produces a nice prompt. It means that you get a sensible outcome each time, rather than me sat there trying to craft a perfect prompt. So let's start over. Okay, let's go for an image prompt. Just select image prompt. So this one's slightly more complex than the text prompt, mainly because there are so many different tools out there. So you can target different tools. So if you're using Midjourney, then you can select Midjourney, Image Gen for OpenAI, Stable Diffusion, imagine Firefly and Nano Banana. Let's choose Nano Banana. And then describe your image. A lone lighthouse on a rocky Scottish headland during a winter storm, waves crashing against the cliffs, a single warm light glowing in the tower window. So I put quite a lot of information in there, but you could put different ones. And then it's what style do you want? Do you want it photorealistic, cinematic? Let's go for cinematic. It sounds cinematic. Mood, dramatic, serene, mysterious, joyful, melancholy, epic. Epic would work. Lighting, golden hour, studio lighting, moody, low-key, bright and airy, neon glow. Try neon glow. Color palette, vibrant, muted, monochrome, warm tones, cool tones, earth tones, neon. Go high contrast. Composition, close-up portrait, wide establishing shot. Let's go for that. Extra details. Got nothing for that. So I'm going to generate my image prompt. Takes a few seconds. And here we go. We've got a detailed prompt. Now, you can download it or you can just cut and paste it. Just drag it, cut and paste it. Let's have a look at what happens we put it into Gemini. See what we get. See if it works. Creating an image. Nano Banana is very good. Very, very cool. Let's try ChatGPT. Let's actually, rather than let's see what the difference is between just doing the original prompt. So that's just the original prompt. And remember, I built it for Nano Banana, so it might not be perfect. Just show that it works across multiple models. ChatGPT takes a bit of time. Okay, so ChatGPT has produced that. Now I'm going to put in the full prompt. Let's see whether we get a big difference or not. I think that is actually pretty nice. Windswept, stormy, a lone lighthouse on a rocky Scottish headland during a winter storm, the cliffs, a single warm light glowing in the tower window. It does a good job. Let's see what we get with the big prompt. So certainly more detail. I remember I asked it for neon. So we've got lightning, we've got more contrast, we've got some fantastic sort of reflections down here. You can see the lightning contrasting in the picture. It's much more cinematic. Very cool. Okay, that's the image prompt builder. Again, you can got 10 of those a month, and then you can use your paid credits. I've reset, so I've got 7, and I've paid for some credits. I was really just to check that the payment worked. Let's go on to the video prompt. Okay, onto videos. So I think videos are probably one of the hardest things to prompt, not least because it's not the kind of thing you just want to keep going over and over again at, because it takes time and it takes lots of credits. So this video prompt builder is one that I use quite a lot. If I'm looking to produce some video, this is a really good way of making sure that I get a decent prompt straight on. Now, it's not always perfect, but generally it's pretty good. Let's test it out. So you can choose different tools. Gemini, Omni, Runway, Kling. To be honest, you can select your tool, but it will work pretty effectively with any video production tool. So let's describe our scene. A fishing boat returning to a small harbour at dawn, gulls circling overhead, the crew unloading crates onto a wet stone quay as the town wakes up behind them. Sounds nice. And what do we want? We want a wide establishing shot. Let's pan from the right. Let's have a 10-second clip. We want it cinematic, mood, Let's go for serene this time. Golden hour, magic hour. And let's have some extra details. What I've put in here is natural colors, documentary realism, gentle movement. Let's generate our prompt. We're doing it for Gemini Omni, which I think is a great video tool. And there we go. Now you can download it, you can rate it, you can find out whether it's good or bad, things you might want to change. You can start all over again. Much better to mess around with it at this stage than when you're generating. So we'll copy that and we'll open Gemini. Start with a new chat. I'm going to drop the prompt in that's just been created by the prompt generator. Now, this is a beautiful piece of descriptive writing. Thank you. What's your ultimate goal? And I want to say, generate the video, which is what I really want. Omni does this. It asks you questions. Maybe if I'd have put in the prompt, generate the video, it would have just gone straight into it, but I don't mind that. Generating a video could take a few minutes. See what we get. And here we go. We've got the video from Gemini. Let's have a look at what it looks like. I haven't played it yet. 10 seconds. How cool is that? Really, really good. Now, I would have probably messed around for quite a while, multiple goes at trying to get a video that good. And using the prompt builder, I got something that is pretty cool very quickly. Try it out for yourself. You can see that on my account, I can only generate another 2 videos. So that's what I mean about you don't want to be messing around with this enormously. You don't want to be messing around with this and getting it wrong. Much better to put the effort into the prompt before you start than be using up your credits, getting things that you don't really want. Okay, let's move on. So this is the last one, the system prompt, and probably the most difficult one to get right. So the system prompt is the standing instructions that sit behind your AI assistant. It's the difference between a chatbot that acts like a sort of dumb assistant or a chatbot that actually acts like a member of your team and understands what you need. So let's say I want a customer support assistant. So my role and persona, I'm going to say senior customer support agent for a UK-based B2B software company. Then you need to put in the primary task or purpose. I'm going to say here, answer customer questions about billing, account access, product features, resolve simple issues directly, escalate anything technical or anything involving a refund to a human colleague. You've got some drop downs as always, tone and personality, professional and concise. What can you choose from? Friendly and warm, formal, authoritative, conversational and casual, empathetic and supportive. Let's choose empathetic and supportive. That's what you want your chatbot to be. And then preferred output format, clear prose paragraphs, structured with headers, numbered steps and instructions, bullet points, short and punchy, detailed and thorough, markdown formatted, plain text only. Let's go for clear prose paragraphs. And then over here, some key rules and constraints. And in here, I want to go with never promise a refund. Always ask for the customer account ID before troubleshooting. Never discuss competitor products. If you do not know the answer, say so and escalate rather than guessing. Good advice for a chatbot. And then let's leave the example of an ideal output empty, but you could always put one in. Let's build the system prompt. So this is the system prompt. So this is what you would put into your bit of Claude code where you were perhaps building your chatbot. Perhaps if you want to run it as a custom GPT, you might put it in there, for instance, or as a gem. You're a senior customer support agent, a UK-based B2B software company. Your expertise covers billing inquiries, account access issues, product features, information for business customers. Your primary responsibilities are to answer customer questions in these areas, resolve straightforward issues directly within your remit, and escalate all technical matters or any requests involving refunds to a human colleague. Tone must be empathetic, supportive, and patient. The rules and constraints are there. When responding, open by acknowledging the customer's concern, thanking them for contact. If you detect unclear, incomplete, or ambiguous information from the customer, ask clarifying questions. If confronted with abusive, threatening, or inappropriate language, respond calmly. Indicate that professional communication is expected, then escalate to a human. You must follow these instructions precisely. And there we go. We've got a detailed prompt. And obviously you can go through, you can download this, you can go through and tweak it and change it, but it gives you the start for your chatbot. How long would it take you to go through and create this from scratch? System Prompt does it for you. One of your 10 free monthly prompts. Very cool. So there you go. That's all for. I'll give you an honest assessment because that's the deal on this channel. What this is brilliant for is getting from a blank page to a pretty detailed prompt. Now, you may still have to go in and tweak it and change it and get it absolutely right for what you want, but at least you'll have the structure and you'll know which bits to change to get the prompt to give you exactly what you want. What it can't do is read your mind. So if you're vague about what you're trying to achieve, then you're likely to get a prompt that just gives that vagueness much more weight and capability. So be clear about what you want, answer the questions, and then you'll get a prompt that's pretty close to what you're looking for. Don't forget to use the rate button. So if you get a prompt, look at the rating and it will tell you what's strong and what's weaker about it, and you can go back and you can iterate that prompt. This isn't a flaw in the tool. It doesn't pretend to produce perfect prompts. It's how it works. It allows you to iterate and go back and make that prompt even better. And here's the core message. It's not the model that matters. It's the quality of the prompt. If you want better outputs out of your ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek or Claude, then better prompts will increase your outputs 10x, 100x, rather than just getting a better model. Okay, it's free to try. You get 10 free credits a month, and that just restarts every month. So no cards required or anything like that. You can go in and try it and use it. Please go ahead and do it. If you need more credits, then I think it's a $5 for 50 more prompts. So it's just about managing my API costs as much as anything, but you get 10 free a month, use them every month. That's absolutely fine. If you need more, a $5 I think will get you 50 prompts, and then you can knock yourself out. There's a link in the description, and I would genuinely start with the system prompt. That really makes a difference. When you start putting system prompts in and you're telling your AI sort of fundamentally how you want it to act, then you get real value very, very quickly. Particularly in something like Claude, when you're setting up a project, use the system prompt to generate that first prompt to set up the project, and you'll be good to go. In the comments, please let me know what you've used it for, whether you find it helpful, how I might improve it. This is there for you. I want you to have better prompts, get better outputs out of your AI use. This is a tool to help you use it. So let me know down below what works, what doesn't work, and I'll change it for you. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I've now got 12,000 subscribers. That's fantastic. I love you all. It's great to have this community of people learning and exploring AI every week. So if you want to join, don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me get my videos out to more people. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.